Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered with the Ultimate Cleric Guide. I always hate this part of the game. I'm not a fan of heights, if I'm gonna be honest with you. It always makes me a little bit nervous. That is a lot of stamina damage. Okay, so I kind of changed my plan around from the last time. I know I said I'd go back and start farming up Eyes of Death, but I decided that doing that before having the Lord Vessel is kind of, well, not pointless, but just not the right order of things. So how we're gonna go today, or not today, how we're gonna proceed with the playthrough is I'll go up to Ornstein and Smo. I'll kill those bosses, get the Lord Vessel. Sorry, I was kind of talking messed up because I was really concentrating. I'll get the Lord Vessel, and the Lord Vessel is gonna make things like basic traversal, said that weird, traversal a lot easier. And then I can go back and farm Eyes of Death. We can get the Covenant to +1, get the Great Gravelord Sword Dance, I think it's called. Then we can pop back to the the Dark Moon Tomb. Do the stuff with Gwendolyn, as in farm up the... It's not called Proof of Concord Cap. What is it called? The ears. I'll just call them the ears. We'll farm up the ears, get Dark Moon Blade. I'll probably use Dark Moon Blade for a while because I actually am a fan of that spell. And it would be kind of a shame to get it and immediately kill Gwendolyn after. Because, you know, it's one of those spells where if you exit the Covenant, it doesn't work. And then probably I'll go do the stuff in Duke's Archives and all that. Pick up the 2 Princess of Sunlight exclusive spells. And then come back to the princesses. Well, come back to the princess. Kill Gwendolyn. And then join the Warriors of Sunlight. I know I was streaming on Saturday and people kind of were suggesting that I go to Warriors earlier and all that. And I could do that, but I think this should unlock the bonfire before I forget. I'm just autopiloting a little too much. Could of course do that and pick up Lightning Spear, which is actually a very powerful spell. But I don't know. I kind of like this order I thought up in my head. We don't have to like switch around covenants that much. What the hell was that? Yeah, the stairs kind of do weird things if you use them while they're moving. This is the only staircase that does that in the game though. Oh yeah, forgot to even mention this. One of the most important rings in the game, Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, boosts miracles. Simple enough concept. This is essentially the what's the other Dragon Slayer or Dragon Crest ring? There's the Lingering and fuck, I'm not gonna remember. You know which one it is. The not the Lingering, the other one. Basically does the exact same thing. It boosts your miracles by quite a bit actually. It's a significant increase, all in all. Of course, right now my miracles already look ridiculously powerful, the healing ones at least. And of course the spell does not affect, or the ring does not affect things like force. I mean, you can't really do anything to force to change it. It just kind of does what it does. However, between all of that, all that I was talking about, I am gonna find a way to squeeze in... Oh shit, there's so much to go for. I'm gonna try to find a way to squeeze in going down to the tomb and rescuing Rhea. Because she is the advanced miracle trainer in the game, so we are going to be needing her. And she has some good spells too. Anyways, time to head upstairs. Hoping we'll only have to do this once. Things are not off to a good start. If I'm getting basic navigation wrong, this is gonna be a hell of an episode. Oh fuck, I'm online too, aren't I? That is a mistake. Although I don't think not many people invade here in Anor Londo, luckily. Maybe in the second section, up in the actual castle part or cathedral part. But in this section, not many people invade. The problem with this place as a whole in terms of invading is that it's actually very difficult to find your invader or your invadee. Because basically this whole place is up for grabs. So, you know. Some areas are more suited. Oh, this is a bad idea. Or a bad situation. Oh, fuck. This enemy is such a pain in the ass. The fact that you can... no. You've got to be shitting me. I was just talking about this. I wasn't supposed to get invaded, and with that... What is that scrub weapon he's using? What was that hitbox? I'm getting fucked over so hard. Oh shit. I should always be offline, I swear. It's so annoying that in this game, or in this version of the game, you can't just like be offline as is. Which reminds me, let's get the wait, actually. Oh. Oh. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, that changes quite a bit, actually. That's definitely a setting I'm gonna be going with in the future. Damn. I legit didn't know that was a thing. Thank you, based Dark Souls Remaster. Alright, let's try that again without assholes invading me. That was just, I mean, that was a fucked up situation even before with the gargoyles. It's not even a gargoyle, it's a whatever demon. But yeah, what I was gonna say, it's so annoying that you can only hit them once. It's the only enemy in the game that does this. And when you hit them, there's like this massive pushback. No matter the weapon, you can slice them with a dagger and it will do that. Which, you know, does make them prone to falling off cliffs, because for some reason they cannot fly, but still... Oh, actually... What happens if I use a sneaky force in there? Just thinking. A good old force can always be helpful. It's worth a try. Fuck off. I didn't know it knocked them down like this though. That's pretty funny. So with force, of course, cliffs are always your friend. Again, sometimes it's not exactly predictable which way it's gonna knock them. But this is about all the, or as practical as force gets in PvE. Let's see if we can. Of course they would all miss. Alright, there we go. Did that kill one of them? Oh, because it must have hit... Yeah. He must have gotten hit by two of them. But as you saw, did you see the damage that dealt? That was due to the Ring of Sun's Firstborn. I'm serious, the miracle damage increase. Nice physics on the arrow, by the way. The miracle damage increase is very, very significant. So, again, it should always be... It's basically a mandatory ring if you're playing this class. Now this dude you cannot force off. Oh, come on. There we go. Is that gonna kill? There we go. I was worried there for a fraction of a second because the optimal situation there is if he gets knocked off, but once in a blue moon it doesn't happen. Let's play it safe. What up, Solaire? Always smooth summoning. Alright. Now that we've hit the bonfire, it is time to, first of all, try out Gravelord Sword Dance again. It's a decent amount of damage. I mean, for a spell of this type, you know, these like AoE type spells, this thing is up there in terms of the damage it can do. I don't know how it compares to like a Firestorm. The thing about Gravelord is that it just does physical damage, I think. Or does it do magic? I'm not sure. Whereas, of course, you know, obviously Firestorm is elemental. Depending on what you're fighting, that can be an advantage or disadvantage. So I think I'm not even gonna fuck around much in this place. I'll just take the shortcut. But first, of course, we gotta go and pick up the occult whatever. Let me just try this. It doesn't work on them. Holy shit, I did not actually know that. I mean, I thought it would work. Maybe they just didn't hit. I got boot in the face. Not even a boot. Just a stank ass mimic leg. He's doing all the fear acrobatics. Man, good old Fear. That series was so good. It kind of came up in my mind recently because I was watching the AGDQ speedrun of Fear. Kind of reminded me of how good that game was. I still have that game. In fact, I'm looking at it right here. It's on my shelf. Original PC DVD copy from 2003, I think. Pretty sure 2003 was Fear. And that was a series that was absolutely butchered by the end. I swear I should make a whole video series on video game, I can't even talk, video game franchises that were just kind of butchered. I mean, the obvious one being Silent Hill and PT and all that, which I've mentioned this before, but I'm never gonna get over that. The salt is always gonna be there. But probably Fear would come in a close second. I mean, you had the first one, which is brilliant. The first one is such a good, both a horror game and as a shooter. The first one is kind of a huge success. And then of course they had like some fuckery with who holds the rights to what. Because Fear, the actual first Fear got 2 expansions. One is Extraction Point, which is good. The second one is Perseus Mandate, which is not good. Like, decidedly not good. And hold on, let me look at that parry. That was the parry to save my life. This thing is still alive. No, it's not. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, Perseus Mandate was on the weaker side, which were published by one company, but then you had the other company actually developing Fear 2, which, you know, Fear 2 was okay, gameplay wise. I think that really the biggest fault of Fear 2 is the setting. Kind of part of what appeals to me in the first Fear, and why the first Fear is still kind of scary, even to this day, even though the graphics are not the best, is because most of the areas that the game takes place in are kind of very mundane. You know, you start off at a water treatment plant, and then you move on to an office building, and then towards the end you get into some laboratories and all that, but even then it's not kind of out of the ordinary. And, you know, kind of, I think horror always works better when it's in an ordinary setting. Like, for example, the office building. Fear 2, of course, starts out with the city completely destroyed, and while the tension is definitely a lot less. I mean, that's why I keep insisting that Fear 2's best levels are the opening in the hospital, which turns out to be not a hospital, but kind of like a fake base. Because, you know, again, that's kind of an ordinary setting. Classic horror trope to wake up in a hospital, not knowing what exactly is going on, and all that. The other thing I think makes the second and third Fear less scary is that they stopped using the child version of Alma, instead of using the adult one. And I always found the child one to be a lot creepier. The adult one is kind of like just your classic, like the bitch from The Ring, or from fuck, what was that other movie? The Grudge. You know, that's kind of more generic Japanese scary lady. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're not in trouble. I don't know what they did, but it seems like they made it a lot easier to... Holy fuck. Did I seriously get the symbol of Avarice? I've never once gotten this thing. So the symbol of Avarice is a pretty funny item. It's the mimic head, otherwise known as. The thing about it is, it's one of the 3 things that increase your item discovery in the game. You have the covetous gold serpent ring, humanity, and the symbol of Avarice. And stacking all 3 can lead to some ridiculous item discovery. The only problem with the symbol of Avarice is that it drains your HP. That also makes it kind of a favorite for people who do those crazy no-hit challenges and all that, because you can get red tier stone to activate by draining the HP. So yeah, back to Fear again. And then you got to the third one, and some genius, I don't know who it was, decided that they should make the third game entirely co-op. As in, you could play it single player, but it was intended to be a co-op experience. And believe me, nothing takes tension out of a game more than playing it co-op. And of course the third one was kind of shitty, no new ideas, not even scary. I mean, by scary I mean having a legit creep factor. I forgot about this one. Wait, which one is this? Your boy got ambushed hard. Okay, we have a slight problem. Seriously, that one aggroed? Man, that one is normally so difficult to aggro. So yeah, the third one, yeah. Oh, that's the unique move. Relied way too much on jump scares, which, you know, jump scares are more of a cheap tactic. They don't really add anything to the actual horror value of the game, because anyone can make a game full of jump scares. I mean, just look at Slender. Slenderman? What is the game called? Slenderman? I've completely forgotten that phase of gaming where literally every second game that was released was like a YouTuber horror game bait. Which of course is kind of funny because they came out with a Slenderman movie right now, which predictably is awful. At least from what I've heard, I saw the trailer too and I was like, seriously? Well, this is only like 5 years too late, and that's what most people say, that it's like, first of all, it's a shitty movie. Second of all, it is way too late. Like the whole Slenderman thing is so irrelevant at this point. Nobody remembers the games. Nobody writes new lore, like kind of new Slenderman stories. It's just kind of, you know, it was a fad. So, great job, Sony. Great job. And of course there's an extra layer of kind of creepiness added to it, that a girl was almost murdered because of Slenderman. I mean, not because of Slenderman, but you know. After all the true crime dramas and documentaries that were made about it, it's kind of hard to take a Slenderman movie seriously. But I don't know. It's probably still gonna make money. Fortunately, unfortunately, I mean, one of the reasons studios kind of pump out so many awful horror movies is that they pretty much always make money. Just because you can make them on such low budgets and all that. You don't even need like A-list actors and any of that. Just hire some D-list nobodies, add a CGI whatever, and stuff it full of jump scares. It's probably gonna get people going to it and making money. Thank you for the ring I'm never going to use. Which one is this gonna be? A straight sword, that's one of the better ones you can get. In fact, this is a fairly good weapon. Kind of dex based, but very, very powerful. I wasn't even watching my time. We're only 23 minutes in? Okay. That's good, we still have plenty to do. But first things first, let's go ahead and level up. I said let's go ahead and level up. Okay, let's put it into this. Man, I'm so far away from fucking... I remember why I didn't use Ornstein's Spear the last time I played as a Cleric. I was gonna use it then as well. Just the stat investment is way too much. Although again, I think it should be fine because I'm gonna be farming. And I'm gonna be farming a lot. So it's probably gonna... Oh shit. Thought you were dying. Okay, I'm not about to die to this fool. So it's probably gonna even itself out with all the farming you have to do. Or I have to. You don't have to do anything. Just watch. Watch, like, and subscribe, you know. That's all you have to do. And comment. Cool. Let's go ahead and not do that. I thought about it for a split second. But no, that would be a bad idea. The thing is so annoyingly powerful. I'll keep the lightning spear around for now. Because, well, I'm not going to be able to use the Dragon Slayer anyways. So, why bother for now? But I can drop attack this bitch. Wrong spell. Shit. Yeah, that was not... Oh, fuck. What the hell? It aggroed it? Damn. How? Normally this thing doesn't aggro like this. These things have no poise either. Which is good. Makes it easier. Okay, and 2 more to go. Oh, I didn't kindle the bonfire, did I? Another thing I gotta do before we wrap it up. I'm probably gonna forget. You know how I am. I always forget there's a free Titanite chunk here as well. Whenever I'm thinking of places to pick up chunks, this one is never the one that comes to mind. Okay. Right now we're good. He doesn't really have anything for us. But later on, things are gonna be different. I mean, really, this is the thing. Like, this playthrough is gonna really kick into high gear after Ornstein and Smough. Because up until now, as you can see, outside of Gravelord's Sword Dance, the spells have not been the most interesting. Oh shit, I just thought of... The symbol of Avarice is gonna help me so much in farming. I didn't even make the connection. But yeah, that's gonna be excellent. Make it so much easier to... I don't know, just get shit, you know. I don't know how much it adds exactly, but it adds a lot. And I think you can also sort of balance out the effect if you have like Sanctus and the Ring of the Sun Princess and all that. It does sort of, you can even it out, because it doesn't drain much. I was gonna try it again, but then I saw that I didn't have all the uses. Might as well pick up the silver armor. Silver knight armor. My endurance is still incredibly low. So, I don't know. Could go and pick up Havel's. Later, of course. I'm not going all the way back there. No way. Okay, I think with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode here. Been a fairly successful one, I feel like. But really, things are gonna get interesting in the next episode. Once we beat Ornstein and Smough, the warping is gonna begin, because I'm gonna be flying around the map. For now, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.